Did you know that global military strength isn't necessarily about who has the most soldiers or the biggest bombs? Oh no, it's a complex equation that includes factors like defense budget, manpower, equipment, logistics, and even geographical location. It's not always the big players who have the upper hand. Now get ready for a journey through the world of military might, or in this case, the lack thereof. We're counting down the top 14 weakest militaries in the world as of April 2024. Starting at number 14, we find the military of Suriname. With a defense budget that barely scratches 1% of their GDP, Suriname's military lacks the funding necessary to maintain a robust defense force. Next, at number 13, we have the Bahamas. Despite its strategic location, the Bahamas has a surprisingly small military. The country relies heavily on its relationship with the United States for defense. Coming in at number 12 is Costa Rica. This Central American country doesn't have a standing army. Instead, it relies on its police force for defense. Number 11 is Panama. Like Costa Rica, Panama has no standing army and relies on its police force and its strategic location for defense. At number 10, we find Iceland. Despite being a member of NATO, Iceland has no standing military. It relies on the treaty organization for its defense. Number 9 is Mauritius. This island nation in the Indian Ocean has a small military force and a defense budget that is less than 1% of its GDP. At number 8 is Andorra. This tiny European nation nestled in the Pyrenees has no standing army and relies on France and Spain for its defense. Number 7 is Liechtenstein. This small principality in Central Europe has no military and relies on Switzerland for defense. At number 6, we find Monaco. This city-state on the French Riviera has a small military force and relies heavily on France for its defense. Number 5 is the Federated States of Micronesia. This island nation in the Pacific has no standing military and relies on the United States for its defense. Coming in at number 4 is Tuvalu. This tiny island nation in the South Pacific has no military and relies on Australia and New Zealand for defense. Number 3 is Palau. Like Tuvalu, Palau has no military and relies on the United States for its defense. At number 2, we find the Marshall Islands. This island nation in the Pacific has no standing military and relies on the United States for defense. And finally, at number 1, we have Vatican City. The world's smallest country, Vatican City has the Swiss Guard for defense but no standing military. So, there you have it. The top 14 weakest militaries in the world as of April 2024. It's a fascinating look at how different countries approach defense and the unique challenges they face. From small island nations relying on larger powers for protection, to countries choosing to invest in other areas instead of a standing army. Each of these countries offers a unique perspective on military strength and defense strategy.